Hello and welcome to this Football Manager experiment by the FM Scientist. Today we're going to put the top managers in the world to the ultimate test, dropping them into League 2 at the worst teams in that division and seeing how they get on. So first of all, we're just going to show you the managers that we've actually picked for this experiment by going to the shortlist and the staff search. Now what I've done is in the staff search area, I've sorted by all the managers in the world, and using the current ability panel, I've sorted it to show us the best manager by current ability, and then we're going to work down that list. So I've picked 7 candidates. I think that's a good number to get a good outcome from this. And as you can see, I've already put them into the clubs here. We've got Hartlepool, Morecambe, Cheltenham, Accrington Stanley, Barnet, Newport County, and Grimsby. Now, I started picking the top 6, and then I wanted Jose Mourinho in there as well. Now, this is really objective, who's the best manager, but I've literally just done it by what this game says is the best managers in the game. I think people know more about Jose Mourinho and want to see him in this experiment. I mean, if you don't, if you think that other managers would be better in this experiment, please give me a comment below and maybe we can run through it again. But these are the ones that I've picked for this. So, you know, we're just going to go over to the league table for the Sky Bet League 2. Okay, doesn't recognise it if I do that. Here we go. Okay, so there you go. We've got the league there. So there's 24 teams in this league, and we're going to see how our managers get on in this league. Now, the reason this came about is because I was having a chat with some friends about managers who just seem to have the biggest jobs, and would they ever be able to survive in a league like this? One I'll look at in particular is Pep Guardiola. Now, Pep Guardiola, if we look at his history, his career history here, it's like reading the recent team list of anyone who plays FIFA or Football Manager, taking over the best team with the most money and the best players, and then thinking, I'm a great football manager now, I've won everything, which really isn't a surprise. Can you imagine if you didn't win anything as these teams, especially with a team like Barcelona, Neymar, Suarez and Messi up front, going into that board meeting and them saying, we gave you a couple of $100 million to spend, a huge wage budget, and we didn't win anything. Do you want to sort of explain yourself? Oh, well, we must have just had bad luck, I guess. We're going to holiday a year into the future. We're going to go right to the end of the season and see what happens. Okay, and we're back. So it's been a year now, it's the end of the season, it's the 31st of May 2017 in the game. We're going to go and have a look at Sky Bet League 2. I did it again. Sky Bet League 2. Okay, so obviously shows us that Mansfield won a playoff, but the league table, and wow, Hartlepool, bottom of the table. And you know who manages Hartlepool, don't you? It's our man, Pep Guardiola. He has absolutely flunked it. I don't know what's gone on here, but he has not managed to do this at all. He's not got to grips with this league. Their media prediction was 22nd, and they fell rock bottom. So, I mean, already, this is a real shocking outcome. Do you know, I didn't think any one of these managers would take a team down. But it looks like 2 of them have actually taken teams down. We've gone Accrington Stanley as well, managed by Antonio Conte. So he wins in real life. He wins the league with Chelsea this year. But you drop him into Accrington Stanley and he does not know what he's doing. He is absolutely faulted here. Coming 23rd in the league, getting relegated. He's played an absolute shocker. So Hartlepool won 10 games, they drew 8 and they lost 28. Accrington won 10, drew 15 and lost 21 games. They tried at the end, in fairness, Antonio Conte's Accrington Stanley, they tried to get it at the end of the season, but it just wasn't happening, was it? Barnet, managed by Allegri, Managed to do it in the end, managed to pull it off. He survived, but still didn't do as well as the media predicted. Um, it's absolutely shocking. Um, three of our managers have, four of our managers have finished towards the bottom. Now I know you're thinking, yeah, we did put these managers at the worst teams, but if they're the best managers in the world, then surely they would be able to do something with these teams. That's what you would think anyway, but obviously not. So Cheltenham Town, managed by Diego Simeone, have come 21st. They're not in the relegation zone, and they actually did better than they were expected to. They were expected to get relegated, so Simeone, in some ways, you could call that a success. But for the kind of manager he is, he hasn't done very well here, has he? And I've just looked at this guy here, Dan Kennard, their hot prospect. I mean, bold as a coot at 17 years old. I mean, mate, just shave it off. We're going to look now. The next team up are Grimsby, and Grimsby managed by Jose Mourinho. Again, they have actually sort of met expectation. Media thought they'd finish 18th. They have finished 18th. Jose Mourinho has been safe. But again, you know, for one of the best managers in the world, it's not a good effort, really. I mean, you could be quite disappointed with that. The next team up, Morecambe. Morecambe managed by Carlo Ancelotti. He's taken them to 15th. They were predicted to get relegated as well at the start of the season. So you could say that that's quite a mini win there for him. A bit of success. But equally, still 15th. Not really good for one of the best managers in the world. Okay, so the success story from this is Newport County. And Newport County are managed by Jurgen Klopp. They finished 8th in the Sky Bet League 2. They were predicted to finish 21st. So, I mean, you could say that that was successful, actually. I don't know how... When I thought of this, I didn't necessarily think that any of them would win it. But, you know, this is sort of the level that I was expecting most of the managers to finish at, like, sort of like high to mid-table. And they've done it. So, Newport County, you know, bettering their position from the season before. Season before, they finished 22nd. So really, you could call that a success. And I mean, as well, you know, all of our managers are still at their clubs. No one's been sacked. So, you know, we could carry this on to the next season. So if you want to see some more of it, if you want to see us go into the next season and see what happens to Hartlepool and Accrington, can they come straight back up? Will Pep be able to mount a title challenge in the Vanarama conference? Or, you know, will they just stay down there? Or will they get relegated again? Who knows? But that's the beauty with this. We can skip another season and have a little look. Just to finish off this video, we're going to just have a little look at their transfers for the season. So Hartlepool didn't really bring anyone in of note. They brought some players in on loan. Didn't really help them, to be honest. We'll go to Accrington. Who did Accrington bring in? Again, no one of note. I mean, and that's to be expected at this level. Loans and frees, but I can't recognise any names there. A couple of Liverpool youngsters. And we're going to go to Barnet. Let's see if they brought anyone in. Yeah, they brought some players in on loan. Quite a few loans there. Some youngsters from those clubs. But no one of note. No one that I can recognise anyway. That's probably going to be the way. Cheltenham. Let's have a look at what Cheltenham did in the transfer market for this season. Yep, some free transfers. No one of note. No one that I can recognise anyway. Grimsby Town. Let's see what they did in the transfer market. Emil Heskey on a free transfer. That is an absolute coup. I cannot believe they managed to get Emil Heskey on a free transfer and they still finished 18th. I mean, I know he's 39 now, but, you know, if you're bringing a player like Emil Heskey and you're looking to sort of, like, get some goals, I mean, he scored 9 goals for the club. I mean, for a 39-year-old, that's not a bad return. I mean, really, they should have done a lot better with having his experience. But that is an absolute coup. I cannot believe that they've done that. But that is the Mourinho effect, I guess. They brought this guy in called Eduardo as well. I don't know much about him. He has one of those names that sort of looks familiar. But is he? I don't know. Let's see who he played for. Again, I think he's not. I don't think he's much of anyone, to be honest with you. They call him a journeyman striker. It's just because he's been all over the shop, really. But he looks like a very decent player for this level. And you're kind of wondering, how do they not kick on and sort of get higher up the league? Let's look at Morecambe. Did Morecambe bring anyone in? Again, no real big names there, but they did bring a lot of players in. And Newport County. Let's see who they brought in. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. Looks like Klopp's done some good work here with limited resources. So just to finish things off, I wanted to have a look at their competition history for this season. I'm going to just do that through the manager achievements. Hartlepool, let's have a look at the competition. So they were knocked out in the first round by Huddersfield in the English Football League Cup. They beat Aldershot in the FA Cup first round. Got knocked out of the Checkatrade Trophy in the second round by Cambridge, and knocked out by Mansfield in the English FA Cup second round. Accrington, let's see what they did. So they won an EFL Cup first round against Preston. That's a good win. That's actually a really good result for them. But then they're knocked out in the second round by Birmingham. They won against Corby in the English FA Cup first round, and then were knocked out by Port Vale in the second round, and knocked out by Blackburn under 23s in the Checkatrade Trophy second round. Barnet, did they do anything? Knocked out by Brentford in the EFL Cup first round. They won against Hendon in the FA Cup first round. Were knocked out by Cheltenham in the second round. So that means Cheltenham got to the third round of the FA Cup. That's a good achievement. And Bristol Rovers knocked Barnet out in the Checkatrade Trophy second round. Okay, so just going up a little bit, let's see what Grimsby did. Grimsby with Jose Mourinho in charge. Let's see what they did. They were knocked out by Leeds in the FA Cup, EFL Cup first round. Sorry, that's a tough tie. They knocked out by Sheffield United in the first round of the FA Cup. That's a really tough couple of first rounds from that. They didn't even get out of the Group E of the Checkatrade Trophy either. So moving on, Morecambe. Let's see what they did this season. Did they do anything at all? Okay, so they were knocked out by Derby in the EFL first round. That's a hard tie there. They won in the English FA Cup first round, but then were knocked out by Carlisle, and they failed to qualify from Group A in the Checkatrade Trophy. We're just going to move on now to the last ones, Newport County and Jurgen Klopp. Let's have a look. So they were knocked out by Reading in the EFL first round. That's a difficult tie. Blackpool in the first round of the FA Cup, they were knocked out by them, and the Checkatrade Trophy, they were knocked out by Norwich under 23s in the second round. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Again, if you want to see more from this, if you want me to progress into the next season and see if Pep can get out of the Vanarama, then please join me for another video here. Give us a like and a comment. Tell us what you liked about this video, what you want to see next time, if I've missed anything out at all. Thanks for watching.